And I want to start this morning with a brother who's been covering some issues that I think are very important for us to discuss. Brother Maurice Weeks. He's co-executive director of the Action Center on Race and the Economy. And I want to bring him onto the screen now to discuss our continuing focus on Amazon following the urine bottle campaign. We caught video of several Amazon employees having to urinate inside of their trucks in order to get their deliveries on time. Brother Maurice, thank you so much for joining us. How are you?
Yeah.
I'm doing great, man. I know you have your young child with you, and you just heard my 3-year-old. My kids are right here next to me, so you're in good company. Feel free to let your kids run free. That said,
Right.
brother, tell us about your work, what you're focused on, and how it intersects with what we're going on, our ongoing coverage, rather, of Amazon.
Sure. Yeah. So ACRE, the Action Center on Race and the Economy, we focus on just things that are at the intersection of race, racial justice, racism, and systemic things in our economy that, specifically extract from Black people, other people of color. That has really quickly led us to focus on Amazon, which is, obviously one of the largest corporations in the world. And as some of your coverage in the past has shown, really mistreats their folks, especially the folks who are towards the bottom of the company, the folks that individuals might interact with the most, their delivery drivers, the folks in warehouses, et cetera. We're a part of this coalition called Athena, which is, designed to take it on, in particular, lots of other organizations, and coming at it from lots of different perspectives. So that's kind of where we're coming at the org.
And that's where we connected with you. I've connected and worked with colleagues with Raphael Shimonov, comms director for Athena, and that is the coalition that you're talking about. It's made up of 50 grassroots organizations with over 1 million frontline members pressuring for regulation of Amazon and big tech in general. In recent developments, Color of Change has joined the effort, and now the effort is coalescing around ReinInBigTech.org. Tell us about the push and what we should expect as individual consumers of technology from this push to protect us from big tech.
Yeah. No, I think a lot of people interact with Amazon, and they look at it as just another place to buy goods. In fact, over half of the goods that people buy online are from Amazon. So that's normally how people interact with it. What they don't realize is that that's just one part of their business. We can get into the ways in which that part too is relatively insidious. But Amazon, the way that I'm talking to you right now through the Zoom app, the way that we're streaming, our city's budgets, our environment, the way that our government operates, all of these things are things that Amazon really directly impacts. And, it's not just their hundreds of thousands of workers, but they run the infrastructure of the internet. They
That's
have
right.
such a vast distribution network that, small decisions that they make about how they operate it have huge environmental impacts. It's just such a behemoth company. You talk about monopoly, they're kind of a monopoly of monopolies. They have so many different pieces of it that they run that, it's not just people go on and buy diapers sometimes to get them in 2 days. That's not just that. It's so much more.
Right.
We have to, because they're so large, they are of the opinion that they're too large to be governed. And, that's one of the things that we're pushing back against, that, we no company is too large to be governed by the people. And we have to really check them to make sure that we are able to control them.
That's right. That's absolutely right. And I'm glad you framed it like that, because it's not just the Amazon. See, the most visible part is when anybody who's listening, they could pull up to a gas station where they see all the Amazon Prime trucks, and you can see the physical oppression if you ask them to show you their pee bottles, because that's all I did. That's all I had to do. Now, the flip side of it is the entire backbone of the internet is run by Amazon Web Services. I mean, anyone who's done any major type of production on the internet understands that they're one of the key conduits that you have to go through. I want to shift gears to one component that we have a fighting chance of fighting back. Amazon is a monopoly. And like you said, it's a monopoly of monopolies. But it's also a monopoly that's been able to get away without being unionized. And one of the brothers that we've interviewed several times, Christian Smalls, had some success this week in making a move towards unionization. Let's take a listen to this clip.
Amazon workers give organizing another try. Employees at a cluster of warehouses in Staten Island filed a petition with the National Labor Relations Board's regional office in Brooklyn this week, requesting an election to form a union. Some dressed in costumes resembling the tracksuits worn by characters in the show Money Heist. The effort, called the Amazon Labor Union, is headed up by Chris Smalls, a former Amazon employee who was fired at the start of the COVID-19 pandemic after organizing a protest over the lack of protective gear and hazard pay for warehouse workers. It marks the latest in a series of attempts by Amazon workers across the country to organize in order to demand better working conditions. But it's not just Amazon. A wave of workers from a wide array of companies have taken to picket lines throughout the month, a phenomenon being dubbed Striketober. So far, there have been 184 strikes just this year alone.
So there's action, Brother Maurice. Talk to us about the different actions, but more specifically, what do the people need to know from your perspective, from your work, from your research, when we're dealing with Amazon that everybody loves because it's so easy and it's basically a search engine for junk and people love to go in there and just find stuff? What do the people need to understand about the critical nature of this present moment?
Yeah, I would say the main thing is, I'm seeing clips of Amazon's director, Jeff Bezos, on the screen, and he pitches himself and the company as, this brilliant entity that is using, technology and computer science to create this infrastructure web that, can get us the things in 2 days, and you can find every single thing that you're looking for. And I think what some of the recent stories that have come out have shown, and some of your work has shown, is that actually is not, brilliant technology. It relies on lots of exploitation of workers,
right.
Lots of exploitation of workers of color in particular. There's a story in the New York Times this week of they don't even operate their paid leave system inside of their warehouses correctly.
Wow.
It has people marked as no-shows, and that they took 6 days when they weren't supposed to.
So their technology isn't even all that.
Their technology, right? Exactly. They can focus on the technology that can maybe get Bezos into lower space, but when it comes to the workers, the main thing that they're focused on is mistreatment. And I think that we're seeing that around the country. And, there's been some action federally. The House Antitrust Committee has really taken on big tech, and is focused on Amazon, and has even passed some bills to rein in, some of their power. But what we need to do is, we're just scratching the surface here. We can't have a company. I really like getting my goods in 2 days too, but I'm not willing to have a company that, does that and provides this infrastructure on the backs of workers overheating, workers getting COVID, workers peeing in bottles while they're delivering things. It's just unacceptable. So we have to make sure that we have some more democracy in this economy, and that means really breaking up this company that's too big to govern themselves.
I absolutely love that language, brother. And I'm so glad Brother Raphael connected us together. Could you tell everyone how they can get up with you and support these efforts?
Yeah, absolutely. So our coalition, Athena, Athena for All, you can type it into Google, athenaforall.com. You can go to our coalition website, my organization, ACRE, the Action Center on Race and the Economy. You can reach us at acrecampaigns.org. There's many chances to fight this behemoth. So next chance you get, head to the streets.
Head to the streets, and also head to a physical store, so long as they have masks and social distancing. Get off of Amazon. Hey, Brother Maurice, thanks so much for joining us. DJ Exclusive. Let's go to a quick break.